And the military wonders why it struggles with recruitment. Uh, like this is a good reason. You join the military being told that you're gonna have, a lot of your needs and stuff taken care of because you're fighting for the homeland, and yet uh, a high number of homeless people are vets and they don't get any help. You got this where U.S. service members experience a high rate of food insecurity. How is that even possible with the amount of money that the government gives to the military? It's because a lot of that money is being siphoned into the pockets of rich people. Uh, the military is just another tool by the rich to siphon money.
Let's go, let's roll.
Senior Navy Chief Andre Sutherland runs food pantries like training drills.
Pull up, sir, keep going, please. The line wraps around the corner, all the way down the street.
Sutherland brings his recruits each week to help distribute food and clothing to local veterans and service members at the Midwest Veterans Closet.
Thank you for your service.
But he also relies on the pantry himself.
First time I was shy, I was apprehensive, and you're in the military, everybody think we're making all this money, but we're not.
A 2022 Military Family Advisory Network survey of service members found 1 in 6 respondents are experiencing food insecurity, significantly higher than the general population.
So why can't the government give the military people more food? It doesn't make any sense. They could easily give them enough resources so that they can live and be happy. But the government doesn't want to do that because politicians are being paid by rich people and various corporations to give that money to them.
Finding military families are economically vulnerable because of factors like frequent moves, high rates of spousal unemployment, and how salary and housing allowances are considered for federal aid.
Let's explain a little bit about how the housing factors into the food insecurity.
Military families receive what's called a basic allowance for housing. The way that SNAP is calculated, it includes that basic allowance for housing in their calculation. And so most military families are not eligible.
It's a problem.
That's wild. They can't even get SNAP. Like, why are we in the military when you're not going to get any help from the government? And the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to develop some kind of mental trauma or a physical disability.
Made worse by the pandemic and a year of high inflation.
I recently met with 12 other food bank CEOs representing food banks in Florida and Texas. They are all saying the same thing, an unprecedented need.
Ooh, very nice.
Navy wife and mom of 2, Josie, who asked us not to use her last name, recently got a part-time job to supplement her husband's salary.
It takes extreme budgeting skills and financial awareness to understand how much you need to save in order to survive.
She's frustrated by what she feels is a lack of government support.
They are aware of the problem, but they don't care.
I mean, it's funny how our nation is like a big military nation, yet our government is doing very little to actually support our military. Though it's surprising how strong it is with that. I mean, when you have a bunch of advanced weapons, I guess you don't really need to feed the military.
That's why I'm angry. That's why I'm frustrated.
The Department of Defense tells NBC News it takes the issue of food insecurity within the military community extremely seriously and is executing a holistic strategy of policies, programs, and other initiatives. But for some, those changes only go so far.
I mean, this is just a big reason why more people should just not join the military or just drop out. Like, what's the point when you can be more well-fed not being in the military compared to being in the military, even if you're pretty poor?
There we go. I never understood why veterans struggle so much or why military members struggle so much until I seen it for myself. Thank you, ma'am. Food is one thing that we need to survive. That's like a big thing to survive, and me being part of this, it's very rewarding.
Service shifting from the front lines to the home front. Shaquille Brewster, NBC News.
I'm not one for the military. I don't think military should exist anymore, and they should be banned worldwide. But if a nation is going to promise people various things to join the military, well, they're required to fulfill their side of the contract. And if they don't, well, they should be punished for their lies.
North Chicago, Illinois.